The Fallout After the Nuke, Part 1, H3H3 x Keemstar, by Sarcastic Stories 1. Keemstar's face was cherry red from the amount of anger he was expressing. He was glaring at the hour-long video titled Content Nuke by Ethan Klein from H3H3. It was not long ago that Ethan decided to drop this video expose, and since then, Keem's favorite brand of energy drink, G Fuel, decided to drop him as a sponsor. Keem started punching the wall so many times out of rage that his hands started to bleed, his gnome-like body putting all its anger in each punch, until Keem's entire arm was dripping in blood. "Fuck you, Ethan, you fucking hypocrite liar!" the gnome said, with tears welling up in his eyes. He looked down, almost defeated, until he heard a ping from his phone. Lucky for Keem, his fans had already doxed Ethan, and Keem's brain was rushing with ideas to use the useful information. Should my fans swat him? Or should I accuse him of pedophilia? And my fans will harass him. How about I accuse him of being mentally ill? Honestly, who would make a video about me being bad? Why do people still hate me? Said Keem. Then, the idea finally popped into Keem's hateful brain. He was going to go to Ethan's house and confront him man to man. As he was celebrating his awesome idea, he looked at his blood-soaked hand from punching the wall. He desired Ethan's blood, but this would still quench his thirst. He licked the blood from his hand like a dog licking a bone from his arm. He was surprised by the taste and said, "Wow, it tastes like cotton candy G Fuel." Ethan was filming the H3H3 podcast with his wife Ela, his wife's brother, and Trisha Paytas, who was in a relationship with Ela's brother at the time. I just feel like the Hanukkah spirit inside me. I know I was born a Christian, but thanks to my boyfriend right here, I finally realized I'm actually Jewish. I guess you can say I'm transracial. No, more like transreligious, Trisha said, replying to Ethan's comment about her Passover video when she smiled at her boyfriend. Trisha, Ela said, you do realize there's a lot of commitment to being Jewish, right? Many Jews have gone through difficult times and have to make sacrifices, like only eating certain foods no matter what. For example, us Jews cannot eat pork because it is not kosher, Ela explained. Oh, really? Trisha remarked, surprised. Oh my god, I just had a bacon sandwich from Wendy's, literally the best. Only 2 hours ago, though. Maybe I'm not Jewish, but like, the food is so good on Jewish holidays. I just want to be myself and believe God. Do you know if Muslims eat pork? They sound pretty cool. Very intelligent, Ethan said with sarcasm. Thank you, Ethan. I knew you guys would understand, Trisha said, thinking Ethan's compliment was an actual compliment instead of sarcasm. As everyone in the room shook their heads at Trisha's rambling, a loud noise was heard from outside. Everyone, including Ela, who was breastfeeding at the moment, was startled. Ethan assured everyone else to remain calm and told Ela she would be interviewing while he took care of what was ever outside. Ethan couldn't believe his eyes as he stepped out. He saw an unkempt Keemstar shaking with rage and staring right into Ethan's soul. The way Keem's shirt stuck to his body from the unusual rain in Los Angeles made him look like a delicious snack to Ethan. Ethan quickly shook the thought out of his head. He was married for Jewish God's sake. Why is he getting hard from his arch nemesis Keemstar? Keem looked at Ethan, fat, voluptuous fupa. Ethan's innocent look on his face made Keem filled to the brim with rage. But another emotion was starting to come forth. An emotion of lust. Keem imagined fucking Ethan's beautiful fat ass and playing with his cut Jew cock. Keem envied the rabbi who got to keep Ethan's foreskin after his bris. But this was not the focus. Ethan made Keem lose his sponsors. How could he be feeling this way? for the sneaky Jewish man. Keem walked up to Ethan in the parking lot. I'm going to fuck you up, you little hypocrite lying pig. How the fuck did you even get here? Ethan said, unusually calm. What do you think? I'm fast as fuck, boy. I superseded to your house after someone that definitely isn't related to me in any way doxed you, Keem said, angrily. Ethan, I'm gonna fuck you up. Then do it, Ethan said, trying to hide his rising nervousness. They stared at each other for a solid minute. They both stood stoically, not making one move as the tension between them rised. Ethan couldn't take it anymore and leaned into Keem. Seeing the sign, Keem abandoned his goal of killing Ethan and turned that goal into a goal of fucking Ethan. Keem roughly clashed his lips onto Ethan's lips. Keem's tongue invaded Ethan's mouth, trying desperately to quell his raging lust for his enemy. Keem surprised Ethan as he turned lazily around and ripped his pants. Keem was staring straight at Ethan's puckering asshole, licking his lips. Good thing I'm not Jewish, Keem said with a laugh, because I'm about to eat out a pig. Ethan screamed as Keem licked his asshole. Keem started to violently probe Ethan's asshole with his tongue, Keem's beard rubbing against the asshole hairs of Ethan's butt, his beard accumulating a little of Ethan's shit and ass sweat as he tried to penetrate Ethan further with his tongue. As Keem voraciously ate Ethan's asshole, he had to release his dick from the confines of his pants. He quickly lubed up his peen with some extra cotton candy G Fuel and lined up his cock with the entrance of Ethan's tight ass. Ethan was bending over an abandoned newsstand outside of the podcast recording area, with tears pouring out of his eyes from the pain of the penetration. After a violent penetration session, Keem came deep inside Ethan's butt and quickly left him on the pavement. As he did so, he heard Hila's voice calling out Ethan's name. Fuck you, Ethan, Keem said as he spat on Ethan's quivering, naked body. You'll never catch me. I'm fast as fuck. I have more important false pedophilia accusations to make. Keem sped away in the blink of an eye. Oh my god, Ethan, what happened? Hila said in horror as she saw her husband's naked body on the pavement. Girl, you know, Trish said, annoyed as she was secretly breastfeeding Hila's baby. He obviously got gangbanged by some steroid hunk from West Hollywood. Stop breastfeeding my baby, Trisha, Hila said, annoyed as she took Ethan's unconscious body to the podcast area. As she placed Ethan down on the couch in the recording studio, she carefully grabbed her baby from Trisha. No fair, Trisha complained. Your baby was going to be in my next vid of a breastfeeding mukbang. Shit, said Hila's brother as he looked through the window. There's a SWAT team outside, preparing for something. I think they're after us. Hila realized who this must have been, especially if they're just now getting swatted. She got serious. Her eyes narrowed, and her nostrils flared. She said, I am going to kill Keemstar for raping my husband. To be continued.